Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Clark TV to your brain again. We are on this road tour that we are going to exploit and discover and recognize a lot of things that is taking place in some areas of our country. As we go along, I will continue to inform you on the place, but at this point in time I'm on the Dumberwall in Main Road. Right. Over to my right side here you see is a huge property of the prison. The prison cover all these right area. If you have any idea of the area that I'm in, you know that they used to do planting and fishing and all these things over on the right side here. But the prison in, they call it Tamarind Farm Prison. People are getting lesser or lighter sentence, find themselves in this area. Right. Try my best so you can get some better view of some of the right. These places, no one wants to be there, but they don't make for dark, right? And some people unfortunately find themselves in some situation and end up at that prison. As you can take a look at view, yeah, close-up view. That area, you see there, the whole of that area there and the back stretch there is the property of the Tamarind prison, right? Over on my left hand here now, you have this and Grace Kennedy built up this huge company over on the left side here. So we are on our way going the same way. We're going to just get some of the local nice views that you can think of, sir. So stay tuned and just continue to watch and subscribe to Clark TV. Share with your friends, your family, your neighbors, you know, so we can be able to increase our numbers. Right, so subscribers, just do the honors of getting some of the things of the support, because we really need the support. We need to find ourselves in a situation that we can be able to make contribution for my football program. That we can be able to do much more for the community that we are living and try to have a more sociable environment and reasonable to live in, or very good to live in, to grow the children and family and all these things. So over on the right side here, as I tell you, that's a prison, right? This is the entrance of the Tamarind prison, right? Over on the left hand side here, all of that property the way you see Grace Kennedy part of that place, making sure that you have a whole heap of people in this parish and area get some work, right? Immediately as you pass the prison, on the right here you have a housing scheme that is building, in progress of building right now, to minimize some of the informal communities there. So you see, you can see that. Landscape is greenery. So just stay tuned. Yeah, here we have a next housing scheme to the right as I come across the bridge. This housing scheme, most of the houses already sell, so this is how the house them sell out already, although they don't complete. Most of them don't complete. As far as I can see, that area will be the houses. Over on the left hand side, same thing, because the Bernard's housing is going to come to this in distance as well. So in the near future, all of this section here, you're going to find yourself in a housing environment. A lot of 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom houses is going to be in these areas. So just continue to stay tuned. And we're approaching one of our football ground, the Dumberwollen Premier League football team, as will be on the left hand side right now as we come complete the corner. Well, so far the team is not doing so bad. With my brother Harold Thompson, these are some sugarcane houses that them built on the side here, alongside the housing scheme. The sugar workers, them we used to work at the ground last day, set up these houses for them. Yeah, I'm back to the football team. My brother Harold Thomas, him are the man who have coached that team now, and they are doing seriously well in the league at this point in time, because I think they won the last 2 to 3 games, and it's supposed to have a game today. So just continue to stay tuned and tell a friend and tell somebody about this channel, Clark TV. Our main destination today is to enlighten you and let you have a clear understanding of what is taking place at the Hellshire beach in terms of the infestation of crocodiles and other insects that is terrorizing the area that no one wants to speak about. So I'm going to give you a clear understanding from the depth of where the situation starts and what eventually the situation that people is in right at this point in time. Going at that beach without their knowledge that these things is happening there. So just continue, observe and learn. Over on the left side there, as I tell you, that is the Dumberwollen Premier League training ground, because why it ending up being a training ground, I don't think this field reached the land mass for the specification of the required size in terms of with the field and all. So as you can take a look at view with me, this is a training ground. Unfortunately, you don't see the guys in training, or possibly they really have much to do. So over on the left hand side here is the Dumberwollen training ground. Okay. So beyond this point, we are heading into the Caribbean estate here, where most people dream to buy their houses and buy it in environments such as that area, because the Caribbean estate is a gated community. And most people, vision and mission is to live in this type of environment that they seem or believe they are protected from the crab in a barrel mentality, and the people that go overseas and earn their money, they invest their money into their place, or people into real estate and all these things, right? After we completed the Dumberwollen area, this is a new scheme, the Phoenix Park Village Housing Scheme. As you can take a view up on the side there, mostly 3 and 2 bedroom, the Caribbean estate, similar thing like the Caribbean estate, that people want to find themselves in these gated communities. And it's much better, in my understanding, for family to really growing, so it's a good nick. It's a good nick for the development of Jamaica and get some proper housing. So there's the entrance from this section. I think Trinidad, and then here at the Trinidad Tobago, they name the roads off of these names, right? They name the roads and off of the different in Caribbean countries, Trinidad, Tobago, Antigua, down at this section here, right? So that's what it's named of. On the stretch here, we're still on the Dumberwollen main road, and kind of drive too fast, but over there on the right hand, it's the house is going to be on this section of the island, if you have the opportunity to see it, but I'm going to let you have a clear understanding how so many alligators in crocodile enter into the beach that we normally swims in the Hellshire area. That's no one want to talk about it. They don't highlight it, they don't mention it. But I did have an experience of seeing a crocodile in the water before, and that was some time ago. It's a long time ago. So you imagine now when these crocodiles, when them are there, sometimes ago that thousands one time, so you know. So all these areas where we have got to at this point in time getting down to the area to be. So just stay tuned and subscribe to Clark TV. Yes, Clark TV subscribers, family and friends, welcome back. We are now on the Greater Portmore area. Over there I'm viewing at this point in time the courthouse. Enough people does not know or don't know or did not know that we have a courthouse in Portmore, mostly night court and these things. And the health center. The health center is right on my left hand side here. Post office, and we have a mall over on your left hand side here, but that is not our main objective today. I'm just browsing for you to understand what the environment is like if you're not been in the country for a while and be able to see what the state is from a first hand. All these places that we're looking at, left and right, used to be a swamp area, and the government of the day invests in terms of building all these houses for thousands of Jamaicans. Right, and you know that Portmore has the largest population of people in the Caribbean, I should say, or the Caribbean, I say, the largest population of people and the largest housing people in the Caribbean is in Portmore. Right, so if in a long while they don't have an idea, we are passing 3 east, 4 east, 5 east, 6 east, 2 west, 3 west, all these areas is being so there's a canal right alongside on the right hand side. Sometimes the crocodile them come up in this area, you know, if no dead dog or such showing it, you know, so then come for them dinner and them look supplement. So we're going, we reach at the stop sign at the intersection, we're going right and first left, that is Greater Portmore High School. I'm going into the vicinity of the high school. So all these houses, as I can tell you, and then I mentioned before, these places was definitely in swamp here. And even so crocodile and all these things. If you can look to this left side here, where you see them grass, them high grass, is definitely a part of the gully that is not proper constructed at this point in time, right? And as far as the eye can see is the swampland that covers on the left hand side here, goes straight back to the beaches, right? So I'm just going to the school here, so you can see the Greater Portmore School on the right hand side here. This is the Greater Portmore High School, right? You can see. Right, so I'm going up and beyond the school, so I can give you a clearer view of how the place beyond this point really look. So it's a haven for the crocodile. Whole heap of people missing of animals and all these things with the crocodile them with them when them come out of the swamp area, right? This was the NWC in Pump House over on the right hand side there. So I'm just going down to that point there so we can turn and view. You know, you come at them place, everybody have to be observant for one day for something out of now. Yeah, people, again, this area that you're looking in here, looking at this point in time, is the swamp area. The the gully aim at this beyond this point, aim at this point and beyond this point was not constructed properly. So you find the grass and growing at this area, and all of the reptiles and the crocodile and everything come out. Right here is the NWC sewage, sewage waste where come to this side for them do them process and thing. You don't be surprised, me have to watch out same way because you're going to see all one of the alligator them here, and one of the crocodile them. So this is all of the areas them, the cover. So the crocodile them spread back beyond this point going to the beach. Okay? So just continue to subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll update you on furthermore. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, to the right, we'll come to it's the great primary school. Right. All these areas that you're viewing now used to be swamplands. These places was places that the crocodile resides, and now it's taken over by houses and people. You know, so they have nowhere else to go but in the location that we're heading. So they migrated beyond the point of this housing scheme. So we're on the main road of 2 east. So some people have no idea of how these places 2 east and then place set up. You can have a look at view on it and see what is going on, how the structure of this is. So each one of the parts you can see left and right. Here houses. Right, as you can see the bridge here. It's not a structure, it's set up like further out. On the left hand side you have over, on the left side there you have Gortoka housing scheme. To the right you have this massive church as recently built here, Greater Portmore opened by the church. You know, it's not fully constructed yet still. Not the intersection here going right, heading to Hellshire. So we're on the famous Hellshire main road. So I mentioned the church, the new church that is building there. And then next one to our left. All these places that we are looking at, this empty land, we are going to construct it with construction with housing. If you look up in the hillside there, you see them sort out the foundation area for the placement of houses. Right, so in due time when you come to this area, you're not going to be able to believe. I just kind of stop and make you have a better view of what is taking place over there. So in due time when you come to this section, all of the places that we used to accustomed seeing the green, it's going to be coloring the housing, right? So continuing on the Hellshire. So the crocodile then, you know, in the past they used to go and up the when rainfall you got crab bush and them something there. People have to be extremely careful now, you know, to venture in the area. On the right hand side there, they don't go. The whole place are populated with people in crab bush go like one time. Right, as you see the trucks and the vehicle them over on the left hand side here, we ensure say the houses them a line up to put up. So if you don't have no money on they are firing out, you don't have no money, you start investing to buy one of them houses because you know say thousands of houses are built up at this place. Right? I remember in Jamaica, even though any killing alligator and these things, crocodile, it's illegal. See, there you have some signs where these signs, it's still crocodile alert. Crocodile may be seen throughout the area, right? Approach crocodile habitat with caution. Avoid personal contact with crocodile. They are protected by law. Do not harm, catch or kill them. So this sign that everyone that come to this place ignore, right? They don't realize. Everybody we have at the beach have no knowledge of these things, right? So on the left hand side here, so the habitat of these crocodile. Most people, even though the sign is there, most people don't really pay no mind. I'm going to show you an exit portal where they use to go out on the beach in the entrance and exit portal at the little bridge here. This road is a very famous road. You hear about Hellshire main road. Is a famous road in the past for stage show, in the past of motor vehicle racing, and it's still historical when it come on to accident as well, because you know say you put money in a black man pocket in the sun. When can buy anything when you want to know. Recklessness is #1 priority, you know. Profiling and hype, you know. Well, me not say all black men still, some, right? Some never see come see, so that's why you find the accident rate is so high, especially on this route. You know, because the youth them as them buy them car and them thing that them come for race during big peak hours, all these things. So this is one of the area, you know. Don't be surprised we will luckily see one of the crocodile because you recognize what the sign says earlier on. Okay, so we're continuing on our journey. But as I tell you, the crab bush people, they're not so prevalent like one time, right? People them used to go crab bush, so I park over on the other side so I can go to the bridge, so I have an idea where the entrance and the exit portal is, right? People like them there, so catch them fish and them look something. But make myself park and make myself comfortable. Well, this is a bridge right at the side here where they narrow the road, right? This is the habitat of the entrance and the exit for most of the crocodile, right? Their passage is right along this area, under this area, right? If we spend enough time here and look, surely I'll get the opportunity to see a couple of the crocodiles, right? They venture through this area, right? And then go under this bridge and go over into the wider area of the beach, right? So as far as your eyes can see, this is the portal and the entrance and the exit that they definitely use. You have some people take their chance and swim out here. They look in another little section, they up there say a piece of thing, it can be one of them on the right hand side here. So they venture through this area. And remember, what I'm telling you about the crocodile a whole heap of years ago, over 10-15 years ago. So just imagine now what is taking place with these crocodiles, the amount of crocodile went in at this water. So just stay tuned and subscribe to Crocodile. If that gentleman that you see in the water is unaware of the situation when they come on to this condition. So stay tuned. Leaving the bridge going around to partly or part of the entrance of the beach. You know, we are going to, you know, this is a police zone. Police always around the side here, you know, to check out, to ensure that the peace and the road, everything copacetic with the discipline, with the people and then something like that. It's unfortunate for me now not seeing the police them, because normally when they're here, it's much better in terms of the traversing on this road. Right, so we are now welcome to Hellshire. Going to your extra left there is Fort Clarence. Right, continue. And straight ahead, we are venturing on the beach. This section of the beach, most people do not spend a lot of time around here because some really aware of what is taking place while some don't. You know, so you have to be very careful when you come to this beach, Fort Clarence and Hellshire Beach, because it is infested with crocodiles. Right, so you cannot walk and find yourself step on a crocodile. Right, so you have to be extremely careful. And you know, most people when them come to beaches are them family them come with. Right, I want to see where the signs them indicate and all these things were mentioned earlier on. Right, so we have to make sure that whenever we come to the beach, we find ourselves in a safe zone, because it is not normal. The crocodile seriously taking over this place, right? So stay tuned. We are going over on the side. Yes, my Clark TV subscribers. When we come out of the car now, as you can look further ahead there, you don't see any car park on the stretch, right? You don't see any park on this stretch here either, in front or behind me, because this used to be an area that everyone come to do their swimming, right? There's much more things that is happening with this beach at this point in time, other than with the crocodile, you know, and I'm going to inform you on some of the things. Alright, this area, my son and daughter, my football team, my friends and family, they used to come to this area and train, right? We used to train in this area. Since these weeds, right, I don't know where these weeds come from. Everybody I explained say them are part of this association to keep the beach clean and keep beaches clean. Look at the level of debris and all these things that is happening on the shore, right? None of these people, if they come with a tractor and try to clean up the area little by little, remember these people have foundation that they receive money from people to assist and deal with the beach and see the condition that it's in, right? You cannot be able to come to this beach anymore, this section of the beach, and you're able to have a swim, despite the crocodile is the main thing that is infested in these areas, right? As far as I can see, to the far left there, you have, give us some more views, you have the far left there, you have Fort Clarence Beach. As I tell you, when you come to this place, especially around on this side, you have to be extremely careful for the crocodiles, and the place really needs some construction in terms of proper cleaning to get all these debris. Look at our beautiful beaches that we have, and we don't able to get a simple area like this clean. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a gentleman here that I saw him jogging on the beach, so doing a little exercise. I'm just going to hear his views and what to say.
You can use the waste tiles and balance them and put it there. You can do this and use it as fertilizer, but like you need something to stop the beach.
I think something is going on out in the middle there.
Alright, for one, there's a reef. There's a reef down here.
Yeah. Along that section. Yeah, the Hellshire course.
Because when I was
Yeah.
a bit younger than you, I could walk out there and water didn't pass my
Yeah, I remember that time because my brother and them used to carry me at this beach with things like that. When we go swim out, we out and we could have walked and the reef didn't really come up.
Yeah, so after Hurricane Allen, that was really, and that's not people started dynamiting.
Yeah.
Along
For the fish.
yeah. But like times have changed.
Yeah.
In those days it wasn't windy every day.
Yeah.
Now it's windy almost from every day from March, from December straight to December.
So for the record, what's your name?
And
Andrew. I'm Mr. Clark. I am just trying to highlight and enlighten some of my subscribers there about the situation with the beaches, especially in Hellshire, and the condition. What's it in now?
if you have company, there's over 9 million miles of beaches.
Yeah.
So you just drive over
Yeah,
the
further
hill,
up.
over sand hills.
Yeah.
You can see the beach erosion there as well.
As well. But I went to Portland the other day and I saw it down there too. So it's a serious issue.
But the north doesn't have as much wind as here.
Oh. It is not terrible like how this is.
Yeah, I mean they don't have that so constantly.
So you think the global warming have anything to do with this as well?
And pollution.
Yeah.
There's as much nitrates in the water.
Yeah.
It helps the cause of it. And the wind just blows it in.
But me still believe, say, with all the agencies that we are talking about, the beaches, I think more effort should have really put in to ensure, say, the beach is much better and in a much better condition than where it is now. Because the place already are infested with crocodiles and we have these things. Yeah, well, you're perfectly right.
And like crocodiles don't really, unless you're unfortunate, you will not eat it. The last 10 years or 15 years,
Alright, so Angels, continue on your journey and thank you very much. Yourself for enlightening my fans about the situation.
and also, when I'm up here, I don't like running in this because at times when you're walking in, you can sink down
To some depth without your knowledge.
to the journey and stuff.
So just keep doing your things and respect, see? Yeah. And no, Clark TV. Clark TV. CLARKE TV.
You are what
Robert Clark.
and you're Michael Clark from
Well, a name still in our Clark name. Once I eat up on it, have a family. So just subscribe to Clark TV and just observe what it is. Okay? Respect. So people. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright. Thank you.
On a daily basis.
Alright. So people normally around this side they used to have a lot of families that turn out to utilize this beach and see it, debris and all these things. Why can't our scientists discover the people that in science can't figure out why we can't do something with these things? You know, them say can't boil it, good for boil and these things, but I don't believe that. Because me know anything we're good for Jamaican, it at done same time. You get me? And look on the beach schools, right? Pay them. Pay that these things. So ladies and gentlemen, just take time out and you can recognize somebody that tried one particular with them put up a little seat. There's one over on that side. It's the next one right here. And right here. We have some people who are pursuing some like the mama or something. So, ladies and gentlemen, subscribers to Clark TV, you just go ahead and have a wonderful day, and remember to subscribe to Clark TV and share with your friends and share with your family. Because this video is very much important for you to have an understanding the danger of coming to the beach, especially Hellshire Beach in Jamaica at this point in time. Thank you very much. Until later. So up on the hill there that you're looking at, all of that area is going to be housing. When we were young and be at the beach, we used to say to close the airline and pass over this, we always believe say it can crash. You know, so all of these areas that you see here, the right hand side, you can see the little SP house is going to be there. So people in America, England, Caribbean that is watching Clark TV, you can start preparing to invest some money in some of these houses, right? All of that appears, everything I write. So just get your money together and start investing in your own.